Do you have a gambling addiction? Do you spend your money on anime girls? Well, what's up YouTube? We're here with Max0r review of Genshin Impact. My money is gone. Waifu Simulator. I have no clue what to expect. I know Max0r is pretty much a creator where like if you were to give someone like drugs and then make them edit right after, that's like Max's editing style. I've seen some clips on Twitter and clips my friends have sent me, but I'm excited to check this out. With that said, hit the like button, subscribe too, leave a comment down below. It really helps the algorithm out and all that. We are 200 subs away from YouTube partner, so I would appreciate everybody subbing. We are so close. I'm trying really hard. Also, feel free to recommend some stuff down below, what you want me to check out. Other Max0r videos, other game videos, Honkai, Genshin, other gacha games. And yeah, let's jump right into this video. So I know this video is kind of old, or like old in the sense of like, it says old and I know he has two versions, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna check out the one, probably the next video would also be part 2 of this, but if there's anything else of Max0r you want me to check out, let me know down below. Let's get it.
Is a game which has sucked away my soul and killed my dog.
Oh my.
I first began playing.
Okay, yeah, I get I get the comments where people say, yeah, it's like if you gave someone drugs. Yeah, so people were telling me to say that in my intro. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll say it.
Genshin Impact because of all the cute women that experienced apotheosis and a philosophical
what is
enlightenment
happening?
to the death of my own ego. I love Genshin Impact, but this game will have an impact.
Okay, as somebody who edits, right, like almost full time, and like for other people, for myself, he is generally editing every single frame. So I've never seen a Max0r video, by the way. I've seen like little clips, but for me to watch even like 15 seconds of a video, he's almost put something in every single frame. What the hell? How do you do this? And does he edit his videos himself? Or does Max0r have like an editing team or something? Like, there's no way he edits himself and does like this commentary, right?
Impact on your social life, and even after you stop playing, you will not recover. To this day, it has left me in a perpetual state of sophisticated malding, and I recommend it for all the wrong reasons. In this game, you play as John Impact, an extra
Impact,
whose brother was eaten by Mega Bloks.
Mega Bloks, yeah, okay.
Last Airbender,
what is happening?
Powered by its simple chemistry system, in which characters electrocute, burn, and throw rocks at each other.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
Less cool, but it, like Australopithecus, was my primary source of damage. Now trapped in the land of gotcha hell, our protagonist must find a way to save our siblings by
this is the intro? Or is this like, does he keep going? Yeah.
Space midgets and the ice KGB.
Space
well, we are here to explore, solve puzzles, play, prop hunt, cook, get arrested for looking at Zhongling too much, get sentenced to 10 years, and emerge from prison a devout Buddhist.
So this is more funny because I just watched like the new Fontaine trailer, like reacting to all the other trailers. And Traveler and Paimon were just arrested, so I'm like, God, that's pretty accurate, right?
This video is going to be about my experience playing this interesting game and how to objectively have the most fun with it. It's a very bad sign when most people who play the game don't recommend it, but I do. Although I am slightly addicted,
that's
so
true.
I don't recommend you take my opinion as fact, but as entertainment. So
as entertainment,
you're new to this strange, otherworldly Chinese software or a Genshin Pro, please allow me to tell you the tale of how this left a Genshin Impact into my frontal lobe.
Is it Metal Gear? Okay. Well done, well done. What an intro from Max0r. That's my introduction to Max0r. I've never seen a Max0r video, but for that 1 minute 35, I can say, Jesus Christ, every frame was detailed with motion graphics, transitions, sound effects, whatever you may have. That is editing hell. I want to see a Max0r timeline on Premiere Pro, unless he uses like Sony Vegas or something. Please follow my Twitter down below. Let me know, because that is insane. Oh my God.
Here's a fun tip that most Genshin players don't know. The age of consent is 18 years old. Let's begin with what's maximally important. Not the gameplay, not the story, nor anything you would typically associate.
What is it, the waifus?
The single most important thing in this game is rolling dice to gain attractive people and then parading them around like a child on TLC.
Oh my God.
This is probably what attracted most people to this game. If you want,
that's true.
Lisa is a character who continually refers to herself as One-sama and sounds like she is at all times on the verge of sex. I received her after completing a quest and then decided that I would use Lisa exclusively to rock climbing. That way, I could repeatedly hear her oddly enthusiastic moaning for the next 10 hours of gameplay. I literally...
You know who you are. You know who you are. We have all made Lisa climb up a mountain and have our ears blessed.
We installed this game after downloading 60 images of Ganyu, since the official lore of the game specifies that she killed a monster after being eaten by it because her ass was so big it blocked his trachea and suffocated him to death. However,
what? Is that true?
I don't have Ganyu, and I never will. You have a random chance to get characters, and that chance isn't high, 5.1% to be exact. And that's
damn, was it that low?
So if you want a particular character, get fucked. You could have your first role be a high-level DPS character that cares to the game with chimpanzee martial arts, or you could roll 3 useless small boys in a row.
Yeah, that happens a lot too.
This fucking guy, god damn it! I'm writing about bad things that.
Okay, so let me tell everyone a story. You know, I used to play Genshin heavily. I want to say too heavily, but I used to play it a fair bit. And I got to Inazuma, so I'm not even anywhere caught up in Genshin. Like, I'm on Inazuma, not even finished Act 1. But I stopped playing after, I think it was like Al-Hyphen came out. And I spent like, I'm British, right? Oh my god, you guys are gonna click off, I apologize. But I'm British, so we have pounds. I spent like £150, that's like, I don't know how much that is, to get Al-Hyphen. And I was just like, damn, sexy ass voice. But one, I'm straight. And two, it wasn't worth it. For my waifus though, I will roll, yeah. And sometimes like I have exceptions, right? Like if it's Blade from Honkai, like I might just, you know, change team just for him. But for me personally, Al-Hyphen wasn't, you know, like that. I spent money on Scar, and Scar was worth it because of his powers, right? He's a nice dude. But I don't know, like Al-Hyphen, he's cool, but like as a guy, he just doesn't attract me that much. Some people do, but Al-Hyphen, not for me. I apologize if I've angered any Al-Hyphen fans, but that's the story of how I quit Genshin.
Deal breakers. The anti-cheat for this game is very strong and has ring
Really?
0 permissions on your kernel. This means that it can read and write memory at any location in your computer without seg faulting. I, however, am not afraid since if Xi Jinping does harvest my computer's data, all you will find is 50 pages of Waluigi hentai. It's your
Wait,
loss.
what?
Yes, it does turn off when the game is running. So this review is going to include a guide on how to have fun because, like real life, lusting after women causes suicidal depression. Step 1: play as optimally as you want. Do not
That's
try
true.
Min-max shit because RNGesus will snap your fucking neck. Do
RNGesus, okay, I like that.
In my case, I decided that I would roleplay as a violent misandrist and only play as women out of principle. Any men that
That's true. Okay, I like it. It's like, I'm only gonna play as women, right? Because women, you know, we love the waifus. That's how it be. I feel like girls feel the opposite too. They're gonna play as their husbandos. But yeah, me, I gotta play as my waifus. You know how it be.
Locked at level 1 and made useful in the coal mines. It is simply not
Wow.
worth it for me to engage in combat if I cannot also yank it. The central point of the characters is that they are potential wives, and I am absolutely, definitely.
He has so many images of
secure in my
them.
masculinity. Playing the game optimally in this case would mean making the game boring and staring at man ass. So fuck it. For instance, I had wanted a particular legally questionable female to be my digital partner. The chance of me receiving that would be 0.3%.
0.3%. Oh my god. Wait, what was that? How much did they spend on Klee?
The chance of me receiving
I need to see that again.
3%, which is where
Oh my god, come on, I need pause on time. Is the Klee banner worth? This guy spent 2,000 on the Klee banner. Part 1? Wait, part 1? Like, you didn't spend like 4,000 almost, did you? Oh, Klee worth it, Klee banner, Klee sucks. Oh no! Feels bad, man, feels bad.
Take what you can get with the rolls. Don't be mad. Exercise patience and control, and you will have a lot more fun.
What is with the Ganyu
effects? I
effects?
sold my house to get big-titted pirate mommy. But
They have
Max0r,
jiggle
I
effects? I
hear
didn't even
your
notice
thoughts.
that.
Why are you displaying a single image of a regular crab on my screen?
Why are
And
you,
also,
Max0r?
what is the world of Genshin Impact, and why are we here? That is a great question.
I want to know that
James.
too.
Because before we get
James?
to the exploration
Oh,
of the
James
combat,
Impact,
we must
yeah.
first understand the context with which I run my beauty pageant. And like every game made by Asian people on my channel, the lore is some Hyperborean bullshit. So let's say rule number 2 of enjoying the
How accurate is this video? I feel like when you see other Genshin reviews, they're more detailed, but this has the spice, this has the simulation, this has the drug effects of everything. And I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan. I need to check out more.
game is not caring about this, just like 90% of the player base.
Yeah.
The world of Tevat is ruled collectively by seven
so we're like
gods
exploring the
who
world
govern
now.
the 7 elements. Except the nature god, he's special. This came about because 2,800 years ago there were like 80 gods or something. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. No, but actually 7 seals opened up in heaven. So literally every god
seals? What?
to the death. The result
You mean like the
7
Archons?
gods of each element we see today, each ruling over their own nation in their own fucked up ways. Every
wow, he's got that accurate.
People superpowers, like how the electricity god just gave a girl with a mental disorder a talking bird. This also includes small.
Wait, did that happen? Is that like what's that name? Fischl? Is that Fischl's? Is that Fischl's origin?
Children who could very possibly kill themselves for some reason. Now, the world
that's true.
Game takes place in 2 nations or 3 if you're from the future. The first is Mondstadt, a lawless anarcho-capitalist commune in New Hampshire, which has no formal governance of any kind. They instead rely institutionally on vigilante justice, including a hot Batman. As a result,
Batman. Let's go, Diluc. Diluc is one of the guys. I've got Diluc like 4 times, or not even like 3 times. It's like damn. Kind of painful, but it is what it is.
The territory of their nation is completely overrun with wolves. No one has the systemic authority to stop people from exercising their rights and liberties to feed the wolves' babies. Oh, also, there's the fucking dragon problem. Did I not mention the
dragon problem?
Next, we have the nation of Liyue, an extremely rich and powerful country to the east. They have recently come into conflict with Mondstadt due to the Luhua Pool massacre of 69, as well as an aggressive...
What was that? That was scary as fuck. Huh?
Foreign policy involving a 9-dashed line in the Sea of Clouds, headed by the Tian Xuan Ningguang of the Liyue Qixing. Those are all real names. Liyue exists at an unprecedented level of prosperity and control, living happily under the watchful eye of the rock god, who periodically disguises himself to ensure that the populace is behaving well and upholding their state contracts.
I've seen that guy everywhere. Like this dude. Like I don't know what to call him. This one. What is this? Like, can someone tell me what this meme is? Like, I saw a meme on Discord, but he was like stuck on the screen. Like, I don't know how like long the GIF was, but it was pretty long. But yeah, that's crazy. I don't know who this is. Someone explain to me, please.
Their state contracts, just in case. Now, China, I know you're new to making video games, yet in my country, you have a long history of shooting people. But
Red Dead. All right.
And who lives and where is in? The answer is unfortunate. Populating this extensive world will be several factions of enemies with subgroups, elemental specializations, and fucking bullshit. The enemy variety of this game paints a picture of a post-apocalyptic nightmare world where raving bands of savages constantly destroy everything, locking humanity in a perpetual state of warfare with armies of bandits and the midget people. One of these groups is an intelligent race capable of empathy and complex thoughts, which is why they must be destroyed. These guys make the Gombe chimpanzee war look like a fucking joke, and at no point does anyone in the entire game even have any shred of sympathy for the Hilliterals.
Elon Musk? What? I don't know how he does these graphics, unless that's real. I don't even know.
For the Hilliterals, except for Elon Musk.
Okay, Elon Musk. Okay, that's actually insane. Have I seen that? But I have no clue. That's insane.
They can be big gorilla, small monkey, operate complex machinery, and have their own language. This makes it more fun to slaughter entire villages of them and steal their possessions with no consequences. In fact,
he makes it sound so sad. Like, I'm gonna play, but like, damn, am I gonna feel sympathy for these people? No, no, I'm not.
To do it. Overall, I would rate them a genocide out of 10. Next are the country-sized hordes of organized bandits called the Treasure Warriors, who are just regular guys forced to fight you with shovels and Molotov cocktails.
They don't have the funds for real weapons.
Because they committed a crime, their lives are now forfeit. Abyss mages are very simple.
I don't want to read all that.
One enemy with 2 reskins, who are also inhuman beings of the Dark Void, who have sworn vengeance upon humanity itself. They also dwell
these guys are so annoying. Like, I actually hate them. Like, the people with the bubbles, like, I hate them.
Entirely in fucking space. The Fatui of Snezhnaya are heavily armed seem to dominate the world of Tevat through subterfuge, and employing tall people with hammers is absolutely
it's the Resident Evil lady.
They are unique among Tevat because they serve the interests of the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, also known as
what is the political references?
It's very weird that they primarily use electricity and fire. I guess the Ice God is just fucking lazy. The Fatui are always up to no good, like stealing the Wind God's power or like a bank heist. They're also really hot, so I'm not stopping them. Finally,
he's been on that. Yeah, what's her name? Signora? Like from what I saw like once of her in Mondstadt, she was hot. Yeah, she was pretty hot.
We have the local wildlife of Teyvat, which is 90% slimes and 10% these fuckers. I spent most of the fight waiting to do
we love the
something.
slimes.
Computer deactivate iguana.
That's really what the combat is all about. Sometimes it's like, holy fuck, that is a whale.
Yeah,
And
that's a whale.
like,
Just randomly. Yeah, that's a fucking whale. Oh my god. I love this video.
I think that bush just fucking really, no matter what happens, you're in for an experience. Let's find out if that's bad or worse.
Pond Furry.
Shin Getting Intact is a game about flow, where to maximize their power, the player dynamically switches between their DPS character and everyone else. Rule number 3 of Genshin Impact. Pick
What
one.
is it?
Your typical team
Pick
is
one,
comprised of your DPS baby, your heal support, your burst support, and moral support. Think of it like a tree.
Moral support,
You need
yeah.
one engine and enough
Thomas?
weight
Huh?
to kill Terry Davis. Now, like
What
everything,
who is
characters
Terry
have
Davis?
elemental alignments, which, depending on the enemy, can ruin the game. My wife Barbara could heal me, but in the process, must make
Is he a big
everyone
Bobber
laugh, which
fan?
makes
Or
us
like
a
what?
proverbial bathtub, which enemies will then catapult toasters into for massive damage. It's a fucking
Yeah.
blast. You feel like a chemistry professor gone rogue, using the
Not
elements to his
Walter.
advantage and
Okay.
blowing himself up in the process. Unless your DPS uses rocks, in which case, you know,
Yeah.
just watch, I guess. Everything is elements, and everyone has an elemental
Oh my.
skill and alignment. Unless you're the nature
Was
god who
Zhongli
has
out around
no
the time,
characters. Some are bad,
this
and
happened?
others are very bad.
Or did he
but
just not have
many are
Zhongli?
completely game-changing, like how Beto's
the
elemental skill adds
RKO.
a parry mechanic to the game, or how Ningguang invalidates all ranged enemies. The combat is definitely its strength, and is an experiment in how bad you can craft your psychotic dog water alchemy, and hopefully create a moving ball of destruction strong enough to kill
I love
God.
this.
To extend this
Kill
concept,
God,
every
oh
character
wow.
uses one of 5 unique weapon classes, such as Mongolian, Controller,
The sweaty
Unit,
speedrunner,
the
I saw
Winged
that.
Egg catapults, and the Speed Demon. So be careful with who you choose and what weapons they. Oh wait, no, it's random.
God.
Now this would all be
Yeah,
excellent
yeah,
gameplay
yeah.
if it didn't
That's true.
sometimes amount to throwing 2
Gotcha
sponges at each
weapons.
other. Enemies scale to your level, and generally health is not hard to come by. So depending on your investment, some enemies could take minutes to kill. This all amounts to making
Yeah,
a classic video game
That
build,
sucks the
tank,
most.
entirely useless. You don't need a tank because you will be switching to your DPS anyways, who is a tank against your will. Health is literally
Who's a
the
tank
shackle
against your
and a
will?
curse.
Wow.
That is, of course, unless you're playing Barbara, whose healing scales
What
only
the-
off of health, making
Is he like a super fan of Barbara or something? Does anyone have the Max0r insight? Are you a super fan of Barbara?
her tankier than Tien. Let's go over an example.
What? Okay. I've seen so much of this Chinese government fellow. Who is he? I'm just uneducated in so much politics. I don't really look into it too much. But I see a lot of memes. Like, I have no clue what that's about.
Give you some idea of the insanity that we're working with. It is optimal in most of my combat scenarios to cause forest fires by throwing a spicy bear. Why? Well,
Spicy bear.
obvious.
Oh,
My
yeah.
DPS Beto can parry anything, which includes the
what?
heat of fire. Or how about Ningguang, who spawns a wall inside of enemies like it's Gary's mod. We just do it.
Gary's mod.
Did I also mention you can invite your insane Discord
Oh,
server
no.
to play co-op with you? The combat
Yes,
is
you
fully
can.
functional.
Yeah.
Hello, Max.
I made a mistake, and this isn't even going into
Who's
the complicated
that?
system by which you customize artifacts, upgrade your weapon, and level your
God.
character's talents, because that's boring. It can be made especially boring when you have to pick 30 mushrooms to do it, but you know, here we are. That leads me to my next
Barbara,
point. You're gonna
huh?
have to explore for those mushrooms, and that sounds bad, but it's actually the best part. Get ready
That's
for
true.
some cross-country gaming, because we literally have a lot of ground to cover. So rule number 4
Yeah.
of Genshin Impact is that if you see something, just go.
Exploration. Yeah, okay, I called it,
Probably noticed
yeah.
At some point that this game looks identical to Breath of the Wild, right down to
A
the
little
UI.
bit, yeah.
This is an objectively correct assessment. It's just that the game doesn't give a shit, and neither should we. Breath of the Wild was so good that I wanted Breath of the Wild with more anime pussy, because
Waifu.
goddamn
Wait,
it, why
what?
did Nintendo
Wait,
make Zelda look
wait. I was like Breath of the Wild with waifus, and he's like Breath of the Wild with more what, anime pussy? That's pretty valid.
like that? The amount of bandits and foreign soldiers in this game suddenly makes sense when you realize it has the geography of fucking Afghanistan. It's quite the vertical place, but you're given the tools to navigate it, like your feet or your
Is
spine,
that
and
10-hour
there's
Lisa
quite a bit to
compilation?
see. So,
Alright.
for an example, when I first installed the game, I didn't know that Liyue was in it. That's over half of the map. I was
Yeah.
doing a quest that required a wild radish, so I naturally went hiking to find it and accidentally discovered the entirety of Ming Dynasty China, at which point
Could you imagine this, like, obviously, like, if you don't unlock the map thing, and then you just like, what the fuck, China?
I was wrongfully assaulted after being mistaken for opium. This is one of those games where you start finding chests in the wild, and within 30 minutes are flying to a strange island with a man named Jeffrey. It's actually
my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Skyrim, but this game makes Skyrim look like it's in Kansas. There is always something to do and always something to find. You would think that it would get stale, but they just keep finding ways to turn on my neurons. There is a puzzle, I just wanted the chest, which spans an entire region of the game where you have to climb 3 mountains. You can spend an afternoon doing that.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
There is no direction that you can go that will not help you in some tangible way, and that's what's important about exploration.
So much Chinese references. I don't get it.
You see this shit right here. This activates my fucking almonds. Exploring this game trains your neurons to fire at the most basic of incentives, like a lab chimp. Seriously, if you aren't yet considering the game, just have fun exploring it. Stop and smell the flowers.
That's true.
Accidentally find China over a vegetable. I found it eventually. It took 3 hours. Now, if the review had ended here, this would be a definite recommend because the game is free. It costs $0.
We're gonna get into the gacha section or like what? Oh,
but I must warn you that there are some serious drawbacks besides the fucking Chinese surveillance state that you have to install.
why is John Cena here of all people being chilling? Does Max have like a grudge against China? That's what I'm wondering.
So it's time to give you the final tools and rules that you need to enjoy this game.
Yeah. Money? The pain, okay.
Regula numeris quinque of Genshin Impact is just please God, use the resin every day. So to explain that, you have to understand that this game works by mostly giving you what you want when you seek it out. Unless it's So you don't end up mindlessly slogging for 10 hours a day for a single goddamn Warframe chassis.
It's a Warframe?
When it comes to grinding, there is a clever way to make sure that you can't trivialize the entire game, which is that the game just stops you. You expend resin when you kill a boss, want money, want XP, want artifacts, want to live, want to see
who's this guy? What?
If you have no resin, well, better wait. God will collect his existence tax and you will fucking pay. Even if you live in Mondstadt, the IRS is an eternal fixture of the universe.
But the IRS?
It's nice to have fair guarantees for artifacts. It has the unique side effect of stopping the game from being played. You get 160 a day, and for reference, you spend 40 for boss loot, so...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That was bad. Get ready for Rule 6, which is,
what's Rule 6?
You gotta do the daily quests. We Genshin players...
Yeah. I mean, do your dailies, everyone, yeah. Like, in Honkai, I struggle, because I'm playing Honkai Star at the moment. Go check out the videos, Honkai Star. But, yeah, to do dailies, I go in the game, and I just, like, I check out Kafka's ass, and then I pretty much go off. Yeah, I know, don't worry about it.
Are always hard at work on the daily dopamine farms, putting in that grind so that we can have a 4-star object every 20 days. It really makes a man wonder why we bothered with making murder illegal in the first place. Thank you, Kane. This game can give you a lot if you decide to commit yourself to it. But if you don't, you will be scraping for crack crystals in a back alley. Maybe
oh my god, that's so true.
Is probably enough to discourage most people. I thought I was going to be one of those people until I realized that I liked the game. Stockholm.
Okay, I have a question. Because when you mentioned, like, I forgot the currency's called in this game. I'll say crystals, whatever. How much, if you are open with it, how much is everybody spent on Genshin Impact? Not Honkai Impact, not Honkai Star, but Genshin Impact alone. How much, like, US dollars has everyone spent? I've spent around, for like the 6 months I played, 5 months even, 4 months, I don't know, pretty short time. I spent around 500, and I'm depressed because of that. I don't know why I spent so much. For a game I wasn't even that invested into, but yeah, how much has everyone spent if you're comfortable with answering? Answer down below, I'm curious now.
Syndrome is actually cool, and for our final rule, you don't want to play with English voices. Set it to literally any other language except English. Now, the voice work is horrendous, but it doesn't sound like the dialogue was actually written for English, and the translation is fucking hilarious.
The wolves frighten him so badly that he's paralyzed with fear.
We've looked everywhere, and
it's not that bad.
So do it.
As someone who's played in Japanese originally, it isn't the worst. Yeah, it's not the worst.
Then switch the game to Chinese whenever you're in Liyue for maximal immersion. Dear Mr. Sheep, please send missiles to liberate my country from the
What the fuck? I need to go back on that. That was too funny. Not John Cena. Right.
Dear Mr. Xi, please send missiles to liberate my country from the grip of capitalism. Now that you're armed with what you need, should we play the game? Only
Should
if you
we?
have self-control. It's not worth it to spend money on the game.
That's so true.
I'm serious, and that's why you should give.
That's true. Like Oni spent like, I know people like even like art addictions. As a VTuber, like we love getting art of ourselves, right? And there's a website called Skeb, and Skeb is like where you can commission Japanese artists to get you like cheaper art almost, because you can't like request any like revisions of it. So you say what you want and then they do it. But the thing is with Skeb, it costs like $50 for like a really nice piece, but people get obsessed. People start spending and spending and spending. And little do you know, you spent $500 on art. I've never done it, but I've seen people do it to themselves. And that's almost gacha in a way. You could spend and spend and spend, and look, you spent like $200 in a day for one character. It's insane. And if you're trying to get what, like C6? Yeah, that's even worse. I don't ever do that. I'm not like into the game so heavily. Like I just like getting my characters and that's it. But yeah, it's pretty bad.
Give me your money so I can spend it responsibly. Remember, the game is free and so is the porn. I would like to thank the kind Chinese billionaires and international arms dealers of the Max0r Patreon for funding my hopeless and
thank you,
deadly
Max0r
addictions.
Patreon.
If you would like to help fund the videos corrupting America's youth in the name
go
of
support
Max0r,
Max0r.
you can head to the description to learn more. Thank you all for
go support
watching and
Max0r.
and of
Amazing
course,
video.
Your IP address has already been traded.
What an amazing video. That was my first introduction to Max0r, watching Max0r for the first time. And I gotta say, wow. Wow, that was that was amazing. I don't know what to make out of that, but that was actually amazing. Let me know what everyone thought down below. Did you guys enjoy the video? What other videos you guys want me to see? Whether it be Genshin, Honkai, other Max0r videos. I know some people want me to check out Internet Historian, like all of that, and yeah, I'm excited to check out everyone. Follow the Twitch down below for streams. Follow my Twitter also down below, all of those links, and yeah, I'll hopefully see all of you next time. Bye bye.